Hola, buenos días. Ya estamos en la semana 10, ¿sí? No lo creo. Impresionante. Semana 10, ¿sí? Vamos muy rápido. Estudiamos mucho, ¿verdad? All right, so I'm going to talk to you guys a little bit about this week and just a couple reminders about the course in general. So this week, content-wise, we've got gustar and adjetivos posesivos. And both of these can get kind of tricky, so I highly recommend the videos that I'll be posting later today or tomorrow morning. And they're really going to help you work through some of this content. Gustar does not mean to like, it means to be pleasing. So we treat it as to be pleasing, which makes it totally different. Adjetivos posesivos, the trickiest thing is the agreement. All right, so those are two things that you can definitely watch those videos, and those will be good. One other reminder, we have the oral exam this week. Last time we had the oral exam, I had a lot of people last minute very worried about the technology. Now you guys all have that squared away because you've done it on the first time. If you didn't do the first oral exam, which there were a couple of you, make sure you start this early. The oral exam is tough. The technology involved. It's really good. We have to do this kind of stuff in a Spanish online class. I've got to get you interacting. You have to be put on the spot and look at the camera and speak in Spanish because that's what we do in real life. So we're trying to make that as real life as possible. So, this oral exam, you can go on and check it out. The content should be kind of a review of what we've already done. Especially, it touches on a lot of the information that you did on the forum last week. So the content isn't new, but the speaking portion of it should be the biggest challenge of that. You guys did a really good job on this one, so I'm really looking forward to grading those next week. I know I'm a little behind on grading the forums. I'm going to get on those this week and get those all posted. I'm sorry about that. They're more time consuming than I anticipated with grading. But all of your other grades should be up to date. And I'm going to talk about that again in just a second. The evaluations, if you go to the Moodle page, if you're looking at the Moodle page, on the top left there's a link that says evaluations. So these evaluations, they're doing them a lot earlier than they used to because they want to get me and the department feedback earlier. So if it's something like be clear about technology requirements early on, or if you have a comment like, I really like the videos, I would like to see more, those kind of comments are really helpful. If you're going to make a comment like, the textbook sucks, which at least one person does every year because the textbook can at times suck. So that's not helpful, right? So if I'm going to help you in some ways to get over this textbook thing, we're going to have a textbook. So give me feedback. If you really find the online portion challenging, if you're having technology issues and not getting support, if you are confused by some of the explanations and the videos aren't helping, that kind of feedback is really helpful because then I know how to supplement and where to supplement and what to supplement. And also, when we're picking a new textbook, I can say, my students hated this because of the grammar explanations, and I can go in with good information. So please take some time to really describe what you like and don't like about the course. If it's something private, please note that I'm reading this, my boss is reading this, the dean is reading this. So if you want to talk about your personal learning style or learning disability or something like that, please feel free to email me. But this is just evaluations that go on the record. One other thing I wanted to remind everybody about, this is on the syllabus, I've mentioned it several times before, but there have been a couple questions lately. I don't accept any late work, right? And I don't offer any opportunities to lift your grade, right? All opportunities for this class are an opportunity to lift your grade. I really am grading a lot of participation-esque activities, so getting grades in is the best thing you can do. I know there are a couple people who have some zeros. It's not too late, right? On that note, check your grades. Remember, all of the grades are on the Moodle page. The one on My Spanish Lab is just the My Spanish Lab stuff. So I've imported those into the Moodle, and that's the up-to-date. You are missing the form that you just completed yesterday and the form before, but everything else is posted. If you see any errors, I have 75 students, and sometimes I make an error. So it's always good to check, and please let me know. Like, I'm very happy to fix your grades. But yeah, just get in touch with me. The last thing I wanted to talk about, we're getting more complicated, more complex topics in the class, and if you're having trouble, the best and most important thing to do is reach out to me. Right? There are a couple things that you can do. Remember that we have a tutor on campus, and I can send you her information again. we can meet, the two of us, virtually, like a GChat or a Skype or something like that. We could email back and forth. I could make you a video. I could send extra stuff. You never know. If it's something like, it would be really helpful to have a video explaining this topic that you never posted a video on. That would really probably help your classmates. So feel free to talk to me. I'm really willing. These online courses are still so in development, so I'm really interested in helping each other find success with these classes. So just let me know. And again, I know Spanish is tough, I remember I had an issue where I would confuse the yo and the el, ella, usted forms. And I have no idea why, but I did that, and I talked to my teacher and we did some practice, and it got straightened out. And it was just this little hiccup in my brain. I couldn't get it. And you work through it, and it happens. And Spanish is unlike anything else you've ever studied. I mean, other than other languages. Studying languages is different. It's not like biology where you memorize. It's not like math where everything is very logical. It's somewhere in between. So it takes new study techniques, and I'm happy to share those. So get in touch with me. All right, that's it. I hope you guys have a wonderful week, and I'll be posting those videos, and I look forward to talking to all of you. Hasta luego. Ciao.